It was a phenomenal performance. Performance by Dustin. It is what it is. He fought a hell of a fight, and that's it. What can you do? I'm happy for him.
You know, Stone Cold, they say that you've changed. The man that I need to lead is not a Stone Cold Steve Austin who gives me hugs. That's not what I need, Steve. You know what I need? You know who I need? I need the old Stone Cold. I need the Stone Cold who's a fierce, willing, foul-mouthed SOB.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize. Sorry I'm late, I just don't give a fuck to absolutely nobody.
I need the kind of hell-raising Stone Cold Steve Austin. Honor.
If this mic work, well then fuck that mic.
I need the kind of Stone Cold who don't take no from anybody.
Do something about it, you do fucking nut.
That's the kind of leadership I need. I need the old Stone Cold.
Shut your fucking mouth. I'm a fucking pimp. Fuck the Mayweathers. Rockin' Gucci Mink. Who the f*** is that guy? And without me, this whole fucking shit sink.
Here. It was a phenomenal performance by Dustin. It is what it is. He fought a hell of a fight, and that's it. What can you do? I'm happy for him.
You know, Stone Cold, they say that you've changed. The man that I need to lead is not a Stone Cold Steve Austin who gives me hugs. That's not what I need, Steve. You know what I need? You know who I need? I need the old Stone Cold. I need the Stone Cold who's a fierce, willing, foul-mouthed SOB.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize. Sorry I'm late, I just don't give a fuck to absolutely nobody.
I need the kind of hell-raising Stone Cold Steve Austin. Honor.
If this mic work, well then fuck that mic.
I need the kind of Stone Cold who don't take no from anybody.
Do something about it, you do fucking nut.
That's the kind of leadership I need. I need the old Stone Cold.
Shut your fucking mouth. I'm a fucking pimp. Fuck the Mayweathers. Rockin' Gucci Mink. Who the f*** is that guy? And without me, this whole fucking shit sink.
My friends. Hold up. Let me get it. Let me stand up and say it. Let me give it to you for way back here. Let me give it to you for way back here. Way back. Woo! Pop Molly, I'm sweating. Oh my God, it feels so good to be back. I didn't want to yell and blow out your eardrums, so I went across the room and threw myself a fit. What is up, everybody? Couldn't be more excited to be here. Tony Trill, sup, coach? What's up, man? Use gun now. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying. Coach, that vid sounds dope. Send us the link, Coachy. It's on my Twitter. I retweeted it, actually. It's on my Twitter. If you go to Twitter, it shouldn't be. I haven't been tweeting that much. Haven't been that active. It's probably 4 or 5 tweets down. It gave me the chills. It's because I used to play or watch WWE all the time. WWF is what it is. That's what you guys should be calling it. It's WWF, by the way. I definitely do that. So, sub coach, is that vid sounds up? I will definitely forward it to you. Coach, call this season 2. Just say it, make it canon. What season? What are you talking about? What season? Help me know. What am I calling? Oh, you mean this tough season? Is that what you're talking about? A lot has gone down. And shout out to you, Tony Trill. All about your blah, blah, blah. Tony Trill. And of course, at 20. Coach, did you play the old SmackDown versus Raw games? Yes. At 20, I not only played the old SmackDown versus Raw games, I played WCW versus NWO. I played No Mercy. I played all those THQ games were the best. The best. That was the best. I was the best. I was to fight and want one more. I want one more with him. Who is this guy over here? Who wants to beef with me? Aren't you just one there? He says, this is big, make it canon. I want to know which season, my guy. Dennis Poor! Oh my god, I missed it. How did I miss a Dennis Poor? How did I miss you, Dennis Poor? Hey, Tony Trill says that Brazilian accent was on point. Yes, thank you, Tony Trill. Season 2 of this, of the stream. This is season 2. Yes, I like that. I like you saying that this is season 2 of the stream. You win fight now. Yes. Aren't you just one there? I hope that's not making fun of Brazilians. It's just, there is something about a Brazilian accent that I feel like it makes things sound tough. I was on to fight him. I think Paulo Costa is hilarious, and the things they say sound funnier to me. I don't know, it's not just the accent. THQ SmackDown games were amazing. I'm slightly younger. SmackDown vs. Raw 2001 was his first game. You can't blame me for being that. And I do like this. We're going to call this season 2 of the stream. There was a break. There was a break in the action, and we're still in the middle of it. But I'm trying to bring a stream whenever I can. The in-laws are here. They're great people, but I can't stream with them in my small apartment. Respectfully, Brazilian accents are synonymous with the UFC. Yes. Tony, I agree. I agree with you. Hey, Dennis Poor says, good luck, coach. Thank you very much. We're going to use Nate Diaz, do a little Justin Gaethje accent. Dude, I've not played this. This feels weird. This game looks weird to me, even. It just has a weird, like, the animation, it's all... when you take a break, it's crazy. I mean, I got in a game like the night after. I think I played the night after my in-laws came. So 4 days ago or 3 days ago. And that was it. That's the longest I've gone, except for a vacation, of course. Thank you, Dennis Poor. Good luck. Dennis Poor, when you say good luck, it actually helps me want to win for you, Dennis Poor. What did you eat for dinner? Dennis Poor, coach hasn't streamed in 5 days. You made me wait till 1 a.m. so you can lay and pray I'm going to catch a body. Oh, wow. Ed, shout out to Ed20. Oh, Ed, thank you for asking when the streams are going to be. Marshall, thank you for showing up. Dennis Poor, thank you for the dinner. And, of course, Tony Trill, thank you for being here, my guy. I appreciate you being on the team, each and every one of you. We're going up against Gonzo Twins. I need to get a little bit more action going here. This guy is just walking me down and beating me up. If anybody on PS4 now, holla at me. Yeah, let's get Tony Trill some action. Let's get Tony Trill a war. Damn, Justin Gaethje is special. Well, I gotta calm down. You want some sweet tea? You want some? George, I reckon I would like some lemonade. Well, you can have lemonade or you can have unsweet iced tea. Well, if you don't have lemonade, I'm going to take sweet tea. Henry, George, I'll tell you what. I'll get you unsweet iced tea. I can't give you sweet tea. I can give you unsweet. I want some sweet tea. Henry, I want some sweet. George, I'll give you sweet tea or unsweet tea. Only if it's unsweetened iced tea. There's no such thing as unsweet. I want some sweet tea. Honey, give me some sweet tea. Booyah! Welcome to this clear stream. Welcome to your team, Clip Mafia. Good thing I didn't just have my first fight back in ranked. I get my behind handed to me. Blah blah, laid down the people, SmackDown and did the people's elbow. Yeah, I absolutely, blah blah, I made my wife have a bra and panty match with me. Dude, think about the stuff that, and welcome everybody. Thank you for being here, Clip Mafia. Hit that, hit like, hit that subscribe. I feel so good. You know what? Gone, yes, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into my wrong prediction. But I don't know how many people were 100%. Would you have bet money on that fight? I've been wrong, and I'm going to actually, I'm not going to release it yet. How? But I'm going to document my picks going forward. I want to document. I want to get my picks on record, so to speak. Coach says that his tweets are unavailable. So annoying. What? Clips MP 64. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to your team. Clips, can you explain to me what the snail and cucumber emoticons mean? Every time you come in here, and I meant to ask you that last time. I thought about it during the break even. What does that mean? I mean, that's just, I want to know. It almost seems like a sexual reference. Oh my God, Dennis Poor, you had pasta dinner. Dennis Poor, shout out to you. I'm going to have to dig a little bit deeper. Dennis Poor, what kind of pasta dinner are we talking here? Because is it just red sauce pasta? Did we have Alfredo? All About Your Blah 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 says he was 100% right about Gone. I'll toot my own horn on that one. So you were. All About Your Blah Blah Blah. I owe you that. I want to take a second. Yes, pasta dinner. I appreciate that, Dennis Poor. What kind of pasta dinner? I honestly don't know. Hey! Rear Naked MMA! Welcome to your stream. Welcome to your team. Welcome at the Rear Naked MMA on Twitter. Only fools are not following Rear Naked MMA on Twitter, going to his website, keeping up to date with his latest. Shout out to you, Rear Naked. Homemade ravioli, I'm thinking that was. Shout out to you, that is excellent. Oh, I messed that up so bad. Ed20 says, blah, blah, I thought now that you're married, you don't need to toot your own horn. Yeah, I thought the same thing. But why were you so confident that that Gane was going to win that fight? I mean, look at Volkov's past. Look at what he's done to people that did not wrestle him up. Tony Trill, I missed your comment. Shout out to this guy, getting a little bit of warm-up. Oh. I understand that frustration. So Tony Trill, there's a video of a snail eating a cucumber while the Jackson 5 plays in the background. Okay, I appreciate that, Clips MP64. That explains the emoticon. I would have never been able to guess that. I guess I have a dirty mind. Tony Trill says, I wouldn't have bet, but I was rooting for Volkov. That fight was closer than what everyone, including those judges, think. Yeah, I mean, Volkov is crazy. First of all, the commentary was biased towards Gane. It definitely was. The Western states are pretty. Yes, Arizona and the rest of the West is very pretty. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Oh, give me one more chance. Cartel, Lil Huddy! Welcome to the street. Welcome to your team. You guys, we have young, precious, impressionable, sweet, tender-hearted, and innocent young Hud is in the building. He comes back to his stream, back to his team. Welcome back, my man. I appreciate having you here oh so much. All About Your Blah 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 says, Ed says the commentary was bad. Believe it or not, I scored the fight 3-2. Gane gave one round, 1-4 to Volkov. I would almost agree with that. It says blah blah. But like I said before the fight, footwork, patience. Oh, that's right. You did say. I remember you saying footwork. I remember patience, cautious approach that Gane has will be enough to win him most fights in the heavyweight division. Not against Francis Ngannou. I wonder what happened. I want to know. I want to hear stories out of that gym. I want to hear stories out of that gym. He's a heavyweight Leon Edwards, by the way, in a way. Yeah, that's accurate. That's a really great, if you want to explain, unfortunately, nobody knows who Leon Edwards is, so that is a hard, if you're trying to help somebody to describe him to somebody else. 5-0, Gane outclassed him. Watch with no commentary. Volkov had nothing for him. I don't think there should be a question that Gane won that fight. There should be no question, but I did see bias. Gane Stipe would be an excellent fight, because Stipe is also a light-footed heavyweight, which is why I do not like him. putting on this weight. I've never seen it work out where guys say, I'm just going to put on a ton of muscle. That was the difference. Muscle men don't usually win fights. I gave 1 round to Volkov. That's it. Interesting. Been to Wyoming, coach. I gave 1 and 4. I agree with that assessment. Been to Wyoming. Where in Wyoming have you been? Been to Wyoming, I've been to it. Where in Wyoming have you been, Dennis? For I want to hear. I want to know. Gone will work for old man. Miocic. 38 is not that old at heavyweight. Heavyweight is not, lightweight division. You can fight. You can fight, you can have resurgences after 40. Clips MP4 says, man, Wyoming really exists. It actually exists. It's an actual place with people that have emotions and thoughts. Devil Tower, Wyoming. Oh, you've told me that. I'm sorry if I forget things, guys. Please forgive me. It's all the drugs and alcohol and cocaine. All Bunch of says, sure. Woo! Hold on, guys. This is a challenge. This is a challenge. Fabricio was 40. Look at Mark Hunt. Cartel Bay wants to see Vicente Luke. We'll do Vicente Luque. Fabricio was 40. Mark Hunt. Cartel Bay has news. Type that news into the chat. Cartel Bay. Tap that. Just put the news in the chat. Yes, I thought I might have missed that. I have a console again, but it's the new Axel. What? Well, we can still fight. Either way, congratulations. What made you switch from PS5 to Xbox? I'm going to buy an Xbox in addition to my PS5. I need some more games to come out, and you will see Coach Heavy Hand on Xbox as well. People don't want to score that fight 3-2 because it sounds close. In the most one-sided 3-2 fight, if that makes sense. I understand. No, there have been other close 3-2 fights. I wouldn't do that. There have been others. There have been others where the scorecard or even the stats don't tell the story of a fight. You can't just look at numbers and tell what's going on. Same thing with even this game. You can't tell what's going on just by the numbers alone. You have to watch a fight. Sometimes a submission happens. You have no data to tell you what happened with submissions, period. If they occurred, down to existence in this game. That's just insane. I can only make a case for Volkov in the first round. Oh, I can understand. Maybe I need to watch it again, which I will. Volkov, Rear Naked says, Volkov had that 1 round, and that was it for me personally. Wow. Either way, it was a dominant. I think there should be no question. Every round is arguable, but I gave all 5 to Gon. Yes, Real Gon looks special, but who in here thinks that Francis is actually going to, that he has the ability to beat Francis? I know they started out together. I know they trained together. Volkov won round 1, matching Gon's kicks in first 3 rounds, and last 2 Gon won. Wow. We got a monkey in the house. Clips MP64 is a monkeying around. Volkov won. I want to see Alaska, coach. I like pictures of Alaska. I don't need to go there. Gon impressed me, not gonna lie. I haven't seen enough of him on the ground. Yeah, none of us have. None of us. Well, I haven't. I haven't seen his fights pre-UFC. I've seen all the UFC fights, just haven't seen him before. At 23, Stipe moves backwards. Willingly the counter. You can see it all in his fights. His feints would draw this out of him. Yeah, I'm favoring Francis to knock Gon out within 2. Yeah, Francis knocking out Gon within 2. That's what I say. I think Francis beats that. That movement is difficult to deal with, but patient Francis, MMA Francis, is going to have a problem. Not going to lie, coach, they won't do it, but Gon Jones would be cool. But Tony Trill, why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they do that? That's a heck of a way. Gon looks, like I said, Surreal Gon looks like a champion. He genuinely looks like a champion. Oh my god, I got stuck in my taunt. Oh. It's amazing that 6 of 9 Gon fights have been in the UFC. He's literally fought the best promotion since day one. Wow, that's crazy. Coach, you've been to Oregon briefly. When I say I don't even say I've been there because it's so, when you go places for work, it's not like you've been there. So I don't even count it. It's like going to the airport, into a hotel, into the meeting room in a hotel, and then leaving. You know, that's the extent of my Oregon. Dennis Poor. I heard John isn't fighting because he's suspended by USADA again, and the UFC are hiding it. Yo, they need to, if that, you know, there's a couple of really fishy things that have happened with USADA. Like when the stars are huge, the rules change, dude. Nate Diaz failed a drug test. We talked about this several episodes ago. Nate Diaz failed a drug test, period. A company that he had a financial relationship with provided samples, as far as I understand, and to provide support that this was a tainted supplement that they had. Come on. You heard Khamzat got dropped by Ali. Yes, I heard that there was a conflict between Khamzat Chimaev and Ali Delaziz, and you know why that happened is Khabib. That's all started with Khabib. Ali and Khabib are as close as any manager and any athlete are going to be. I mean, that's his cash cow is Khabib. He wants to be riding with Khabib no matter what. You think he's going to put that to the side? I mean, Khamzat was wilding out. And then I read headlines. I didn't read the article, but I read headlines that Luke Rockhold, he's dodged Luke Rockhold. Which I don't know if dodging is appropriate when you're talking about fighters. I don't think these guys are dodging each other, but he just wouldn't fight him. If he beats Lewis, let me see here. If he beats Lewis, he'll be undefeated heavyweight interim champ, and that's good enough credentials to be considered a guy to beat Jones. You can run Trilogy, Francis, Stipe, go head-to-head. Yeah, I agree. I'm with that. Hey, Dennis Poor says 5 likes. Shout out, Dennis Poor. Thank you for pointing out the likes in the building. Yes, we've got some likes, but we are here for the stream, here for the team. Thank you, Dennis Poor, who is the moderator of our likes and dislikes. Rear Naked MMA says, I completely agree. Yeah. All bunch of blah says, Rear Naked. Oh, wait. All of a sudden, top tier heavyweights looking somewhat interesting. Gon, Lewis, Stipe, Jones, in a ridiculously high caliber mix of fighters to duke it out for the belt. Yeah, look at what happened, man. That's part of what makes the sport, so much fun. It really does, because when you look at every division, it will die out. Like, I remember 70s was washed. I think after Hendrix's run, maybe it was just trash, and it just heated up. It became something all of a sudden. It became a hot spot. Coach, you know Dustin's about the Conor is about to dust Dustin. Yes, I believe Conor's going to win the third fight. I believe Conor McGregor wins this third fight. I don't believe Conor McGregor ever gets a belt in the UFC again, though. I don't think he's touching that belt again. You might beat Dustin Poirier, who, by the way, was begging for the fight. Not begging. He wanted the fight to be at 170. Dustin Poirier said it out loud. I wanted this fight to be at 170 pounds. I wanted it to be at a heavier weight. That is not a good sign, Dustin Poirier fans. If Conor comes in under, if Conor comes in as an underdog, I'm betting on this fight. Are you going to have a better underdog than Conor McGregor coming into a fight head full of steam, lessons learned, MMA training? I don't know. Perhaps John Jones versus Ngannou might be the best dog ever. Have I been to Seattle, Washington? No, I have not, Dennis Poor. I have not. Dennis Poor, I'm sorry if I don't see the question. I have to go back sometimes, and if it's deleted, I don't know what you wrote. Rear Naked says, it's not the same caliber as 155 top tier mix-up, but it's up there in terms of competition division. Yeah, but it's growing. There are even heavyweights that are like not well known. I don't know. I can't remember names very well, but there's a police officer. He kind of looks like a heavier dude. He doesn't look like he's in the best shape ever, but he's got hands for days. This dude looks like a serious. My point is, there are some contenders, dude. Ryan Hall is finally fighting. I'm excited for a Ryan Hall fight. All a bunch of blah, blah, blah. Shout out to you for being excited for a Ryan Hall fight. I'm excited. Finally, Ryan Hall should be considered. People at this point, he should have the moniker of people being afraid of him. Vicente Luque. Dennis Poor wants to know my job. I've said my job before, Dennis Poor. I want you to go back and listen to these streams and find my job. Lil Topura is a savage too. Yes. Ila Topura, I've not seen. Who did she fight? Yes, young Ila. How do you pronounce that? Can you phonetically? Leah, probably. Leah Topura is a savage too. I've never heard that name before. I love watching Ryan Hall fight. Dude is so unique in modern MMA. Yeah, dude, he's a specialist in this day and age. If you don't think lightweights are stacked, you're snorting the same stuff as John Jones. No, I think lightweights are stacked, but I think the lightweight division is kind of getting sorted. And I think we're facing attrition here. Like, it was hot. 55s have been hot for a long time, but I feel like we're on the other side of the hotness of the 55-pound division. I honestly do. I feel like things are starting to get sorted at 55s. Once Oliveira fights a couple of times, I think, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I really do feel like we're kind of seeing like it hit a crescendo here with Michael Chandler. You have Conor McGregor, Yeah, I feel like 35s is popping. Heavyweight division is popping. There's just a lot of stuff happening outside of 55s that's making me feel like, whoa, this is when I was first watching MMA, 205 was the glamour division. 205 had Lyoto Machida. I mean, outside of the UFC too. Hendo, Shogun, Forrest Griffin, everybody was at 205. Every star that was huge was at 205, and it was crazy. So 35 is the new elite. Dustin and Charles are their own tier. Everyone else is down a tier. I don't agree with that. I think Justin Gaethje should be considered in that. Cartel Bay says, nah, man, Islam is best in the division. That could be true, Cartel Bay. That could be true. Let me see here. Tony Trill says, what's more likely, Conor beating Dustin, which has happened before, even though it was 6 years ago at 145, or Jones beating Francis by KO? It is Conor beating Dustin again. It's Conor beating Dustin again. He couldn't get Reyes to the grounds to submit Ngannou. Yes, I'm with you. Tony Trill, stamp of approval, like big time. I co-sign that. That's got my coach's stamp of approval on that. I agree 100%. Marshall's bang on the money. 135 is the best division. It's definitely hot. Rear Naked MMA says, yeah, for me, 35s, 205s are elite division for me in terms of pure entertainment. I know people hate on 205 at the moment, to be fair. Yeah, no, they do. 205 is definitely, it's barren right now. I mean, you got your Johnny Walker, you got Gus, I guess, is coming back down. You've got something, but I feel like Jan is a champion waiting to be beaten. I feel like if some guy came along with some sort of, unique skill set, like Jan is just a perfect guy to be beaten. Maybe he'll prove me wrong, but he just looks like a guy that needs to be beaten. Glover might do it. I don't think I'm gonna go with Glover on that one. I mean, I think a couple months ago I was, but age is real. Age is a real thing. 205 has Jiri. Yes, you're right. Walker, Reyes. I guess it's okay, but it is dry. Jiri is exciting. Dude is exciting. The elbow, and previous I mean, I wasn't on the hype train before the elbow, but I am excited to see him fight now. Glover is going down in the first round. Yeah, I don't think the first round. Wait, blah blah. That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. Ed20 says middleweight's awful. It is awful. It is awful. Featherweight, Tony Trill says, featherweight, I think, is best. Go look at the champ, the number 15 head-to-toe stand. Wow, that's a good point. 145, featherweight has a lot. If it's not the best, it has the most potential. It has the most potential for the future, that's for sure. Yuri is the best 205er, in my opinion. He might be. Middleweight outside of Whitaker and welterweight aren't enticing. What are you talking about? Adesanya's there. Adesanya, say what you will about the Jan fight. Jan is way bigger a man than Adesanya. And you can argue that, Adesanya won 2 rounds. You could make an argument for 2 rounds for Adesanya. I'm impressed with him. And if he's capable of doing that to the 205 champ, that's a bad MFer right there. It's crazy. If he would have played his cards right, if Eugene would have encouraged him to play his card right, he could have done what Anderson did and fought somebody, a Stephan Bonner of 205. Johnny Walker versus Israel Adesanya, I think, would have been better for him. I don't even think welterweight is all that. Recycled 55ers. Aside from Leon, Colby, Usman, the skill difference between those guys and the top is staggering. Yeah, it is. There is a big skill gap there. There's no challenges for Izzy except Khamzat is back. He'll destroy it. No. Hadi, I know you're a fan of Khamzat, but it is very unlikely that he has the skill set to beat Israel Adesanya. Izzy is a big 85er. He's not a small dude. Like, he did get wrestled by Jan, but don't get it twisted. That guy is a huge 85er. He's a big guy. Izzy sleeps Khamzat. Yeah. All Bunch Bubba says, Izzy messes up Khamzat badly. Yeah. I hate to be on the other side, Cartel Bay, because I know the wrath that can bring, but I got to tell the truth when you see it. Rear Naked says, kind of sucks how a fighter being so good and dominant, levels above everybody else, just completely kills the rest of the division because of his success. Yeah, Anderson did it. John Jones did. The reason why 205 is like it is right now is in part because it's the wake of John Jones. We're still in the wake of the greatest to ever do it. Whether you don't like the drugs or not, nobody's ever done what John Jones has done. Steroids, performance enhancers, including the most EPO, do not give you fight IQ like John Jones has had. You can do all the EPO and all the training you want. And maybe you are the next John Jones, but your brain doesn't work that way. That guy is weird. He's meant to kill people. He's a predator. John Jones is a predator. And look at his family. It's just amazing. Rear Niggas is kind of afraid of being down. Yeah, I agree. That's a poignant statement, Rear Naked. That is a poignant statement. Like, it sucks that somebody's greatness destroys divisions. It alters people's careers when somebody is great. Like, we want that great guy, but when they are really great, it shatters. When all questions are answered, it ruins a division. Another one, who's the most infamous, I think, is Demetrius Johnson. Everybody thinks he was fighting bums. Demetrius Johnson was so great that he made guys like Ian McCall, John Dodson, and a number of others seem mediocre at best. And they weren't. Got lost in the combo. Didn't see you using the GOAT Luque, Vicente Luque. Yes, of course. The only reason why is by request. All But Chihuahua says, other than women's division, 205 has the weakest top 10 by far. Yes, absolutely. And you can argue that, the 115-pound women's division is stronger than 205. You can make that argument. You got Rose, you got Weili, you got Jessica could go back down to 215 or 115. You got some up-and-comers. 115 is as strong as 205, I would say. Luque is the dark horse, and you can argue that they have a more entertaining champion at 115, women's division. Rose is far more engaging than Jan Blachowicz, and much more has the mystique, the aura around her, even with the loss. Even her loss was like, at 20, is that a real fight? I didn't see what Ed 20 said. I want to see. Adesanya attempted to become double champ. Only 4 have done it. Connor, DC, Nunez, and Cejudo. He joins TJ and Holloway in failing. 3 or 5 are star strikers. Yes. Yeah, wow. Excellent. Tony Trill. Look at you, my God. I need to speak the way you write. I need to have my thoughts laid out like that. Tony Trill. Woo! Woo, lad. I think the kids say on the streets, if I'm not mistaken. All about your blah, blah, blah. Letting everybody know he is effing lit. Or letting Ed know. Luque is a dark horse of welterweight, to be honest. In his opinion, I still think Wonderboy Usman's a fun matchup. Yeah, I think Wonderboy is going to be successful. I still feel like Wonderboy's going to make it back to the belt. And maybe it's just because I'm stuck to the past, but that guy, I've never seen a striker handle wrestlers better. And I do know we saw what happened with Tyrone Woodley. It's kind of weird, but he's really phenomenal. With his movement. I don't know why Tyrone was... honestly, when you think about his skills, you'd almost... If I thought back on it, I would bet on Thompson winning that fight. Honestly, if I'm being real, I would have been wrong about that fight. I don't know who I went with, but it was probably Thompson. And I would bet on him again. Wonderboy doesn't get grapple effed. He can pick Usman apart. Yeah, no, I think Usman wrecks him, though. I do think Usman destroys... Stephen Thompson, and I like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I just think Usman destroys him. I don't think that's a fair fight. I think he, Gus versus Craig. Oh yes, that is. No, it's not. Are you talking about Craig Hart? Oh no. Oh yes, I did see that fight. I saw that announced yesterday, and I did see that announced. I also saw. Craig Hardy has a fight announced against somebody that was very interesting. And I forget who the name is. Ed 20 says, Coach, Wonderboy's CV isn't full of wrestlers. He fought Neal, Luque, Pettis, Till. Last wrestler he fought was Woodley, and before that, Hendricks. But Hendricks is an excellent wrestler. Usman doesn't destroy Thompson, Coach. What? Yeah, no, I think so. I think we would see Usman, under the guidance of Trevor Whitman, make quick work of Wonderboy. I'm not even a Wonderboy fan like that. I'm just speaking facts. His striking gives Usman problems. I want to see that fight. I'm going to be real with you. I'd rather see, and I've been saying a lot of things apparently that a lot of people don't agree with here, and that's fine. But I would rather see... how did Pettis get close? All bunch of blah, blah, blah says, how does Usman get close? How did Pettis get close? How did any of the guys that he's had bad... I mean, he can be touched. Wonderboy can be touched. Coach, when you're so confident in your opinion, you usually get proven wrong. That may have been right. That might be right. But once again, going forward, I'm going to try to document my picks because I want to see. I mean, I'm wrong. I am wrong. But I feel very strongly about this. Pettis backed up. What do you mean? His back was against the cage. And you're saying, that actually is a legitimate point. My whole point was that he got his chin was touched. I mean, contact was made. Wonderboy you can make contact with Wonderboy. I mean, I don't think it's that crazy to think that one of the most dominant champions we've seen at welterweight since GSP makes I don't think it's that. I do think that that's going to be a clear victory for Kamaru Usman. Guys, let's head it back to I think Colby Covington is a tougher oh my god. I'm not going to do that. I got to continue to war. I cannot come back under those circumstances. I want to have some more fun fights. I do not want to come back to that. What you just saw, if anybody was paying attention, ignore what you saw. And don't ask me about it. Don't ask me what I just avoided. And nobody make fun of me. That's a rule. If you make fun of me, you're getting muted. And I don't care. I'm looking at you at 20. You're the only one that rule applies to. Coach, Wonderboy's winning and got caught. It happens. It does happen. Usman's striking is very overrated, Cartel Bay says. I don't think it's overrated. I don't think Usman's striking is overrated. I'm standing strong on this one, guys. I want to record this pick. If Stephen Wonderboy Thompson makes it, you know what we're going to do here? We're going to do... Oh, no. I want to challenge. You know what we're going to do here? You know what we're going to do? Who is... Let's bring back Kimbo Slice. You want to throw hands? We're going to throw some hands. We want to throw hands? You're going to throw some hands. Pettis went full Thai style. So Usman's striking is very overrated. All Bunch Ball says Pettis went full Thai style for defense and waited for Wonderboy to make a mistake. That's actually true. I actually have to admit. And that's not what Usman would do, but I don't think Usman has to do that. Plus, Pettis is a way better striker than Usman. He has a deeper skill set. When you say better, what do you mean, Cartel Bay? Because he has a broader skill set than Usman, but what Usman does well, he does extremely well. Thus, the incredible title run for him, and not so much the same for Anthony Pettis. All due respect to Anthony Pettis. All Bunch of Blah says Wonderboy just went 10 rounds easy with Luque and Neal back to back. Yeah, so he does look great. He does look great, but I know MMA maths don't exist, but I wouldn't pick Luque or Neal to beat Usman either. I do feel like we have a situation where Usman is kind of a league apart. You know, he's different from the others. Woo! Oh, your boy won it. Woo! It's a wrap. Your boy wanted them hands, so he put them out there for him. Guys, I love Wonderboy, but Usman is basically way better than Tyrone, and we saw what happened twice. I think the first fight was deserving of a draw, plus Camus is a better striker. Yes, Kamaru does whatever Tyrone Woodley does, but way better. His MMA wrestling is far better than Tyrone Woodley. His takedown ability, way better than Tyrone Woodley. His striking, way better than Tyrone Woodley. Tyrone Woodley had a phenomenal right hand. That's it. I mean, honestly. And he was able to close the distance when he was younger. Tyrone Woodley had bigger power and better counters. He was just better at closing. Tyrone Woodley in his prime was way better at closing the distance than Usman. That's what got Tyrone Woodley his belt. Is Tyrone Woodley could close distance like it was weird, and it was a lot of space he can cover and land crazy power. The footwork doesn't even match up remotely. No, I agree with that. Blah blah. Comparing Woodley's footwork to Usman's, it is not the same. It's definitely not the same. All Bunch Bubba says, I'm not saying I don't pick Usman to win, but I'm saying that Wonderboy's striking and footwork pose serious problems. Yeah, it could. I mean, I'm not going to deny that, blah, blah, but I don't think it will. And I think that fight, it might not be a finish, but it will be a clear, easily to decide Usman victory. Dropped him on his knees. Usman's just plodding. Yes, that's his style, but he works well from when he's planting. No, I'm not riding. The footwork doesn't even match it remotely. Burns hurt Usman. You don't think Wonderboy can? Yes, I think those are two very different fighters. Burns knows Usman. I think that Burns fight is an anomaly. You almost shouldn't look at that fight because those guys grew up fighting each other. Those guys were in the same house back when Rashad, with the Black Zillions. The Black Zillions. He was, I mean, that's like, you can't look to that fight for guidance on what Wonderboy and transpose. Okay, Burns, who has this completely different skill set and vast understanding of each other. You know, I have a friend that I played video games with. These games, he's the reason why I played these games so. I mean, we would spar each other for years, more than a decade. I talked to him just before this thing. And he is, when you get to know it, there are people out there that were way better than him in the rankings and were with experience that I would smoke. But he knew me so well that it would be a struggle every time. He was like the most annoying person for me to fight. And I think that's what you're going to see with Gilbert Burns and Usman every time they fight. I mean, every single time those two get into it, you're going to see that. That's just what I feel. When it's different when you train with somebody doing something. Sadiq Youssef. Usman by far the most dominant men's champion. Yes. That's why I'm confused why people find it difficult to hear that Usman, would, I'm not saying easy work, but it will be dominant. It will be dominant. Tony Trill says, if we keep it on the feet, for sure, but I think if they fight, Usman goes, I think Usman goes 1.5 rounds on feet, then wrestle. He reverts back to Usman Masvidal 1. What does that mean, Tony Trill? Usman looks good for the fear of takedown. Only now everyone overrates his striking, but that's part of his striking, That is part of his striking. Did Coach say Usman has better striking than T-Wood? You smoking Mary Joanna? No, I am not. I mean, he does. Usman's striking is much more diverse. It just seems like he's grown into a better striker. He can and offensively and defensive striking. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter, just saying his improvements are over-exaggerated. The takedown attempt set up the right hand. Not against Masvidal, if that's what you're talking about. There wasn't a takedown attempt. If I remember that right, he almost swooped. He threw the left and then came through. It was like a hook set that up. The hook set up the straight, I thought. Coach, remember what Usman did the first time he fought Masvidal? He will do that to Wonderboy. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see him grind it out, Tony Trill. That's what I think, too. Come on, Coach. I'm about to pull up. How's Usman striking better? He got clipped against Burns. Ed, I just went on this diatribe that cleared out this entire chat. Those two know each other. It's not even fair to compare those two. Burns knows, probably everything about Usman's, how he moves, what he does, his tendencies, how to get him to move a certain way. Wonderboy can't do that. All Much Blah says his improvements aren't over-exaggerated at all. You can clearly see it in his fights. Yeah, it's not. At 20, gotta disagree. Usman has a jab and a right hand. Woodley can cover distance, counter strike, fight in the pocket. Not in his prime, yes, but the skill set, he was the champion, right? When Usman took the belt from Tyron Woodley, when he was the champion. It's clear what we're saying is true. What the argument that Usman has a better skill set, it's true. When the fight was on the feet, he beat Woodley. When the fight was on the ground, he beat Woodley. Woodley wasn't able to effectively cover distance against Usman. His defense was better. JMMA, welcome to the street. Welcome to your team. Welcome back, JMMA. I appreciate you coming in, saying what's up to the team. Just having a little fireside chat to return. We still have the in-laws in here, so I'm just getting in a stream while I can, making these dreams come true for myself and having some fun. We're just talking MMA, just barbershop MMA talk, folks. You should have come in a little bit earlier. We had a whole 9 people in here. You could have promoted your Francis Ngannou's coach interview, which is going to be releasing on JMMA's channel for all 5 of you, or 4 of you. Blah, blah, blah says, hey, Rainbow Six Siege, welcome to the stream. Welcome to your team. Welcome, Rainbow Six Siege. I appreciate you coming back. We've returned. We back. We live. J-Real Helwani in the building. That's right. All about Jamal says, what's great about Usman, especially his run to the title where he feints and level changes. Yeah. What's so great about Usman, especially on his run to the title where the feints and level changes. Yes, the level changes. These guys are scared. Yes, they're scared of his wrestling, and he's integrated that fear into his striking game. It's amazing. That guy has really done his own thing. He's developed into something special. You can't deny it anymore. He's a great fighter everywhere. Rear Naked says, I don't think Usman's improvements are exaggerated simply because of the non-threatening stand-up he used to have. His stand-up was there to set up the grappling. Now it's genuinely a threat. It absolutely is. I went to Santa Cruz yesterday. What is that? What is Santa Cruz? What is that? Woo! Black, you got me intrigued. What is Santa Cruz? I hope you didn't get me to just say something wild. All Colby striking is really underrated. People forget he wobbled Usman many times, and his volume and patience pressure made him hard to deal with. Yeah. Santa Cruz. I've never heard of it. Where is that? And what did you do? The next striker Usman fights will score a knockdown against him. Calling it now. He might score a knockdown. He might score the knockdown, Ed, but he's not going to win. He most likely won't win that fight. I put Opal. Yeah, put people. Opal, forget, he wobbled Usman many times. Oh my God. Woo! But so All Bunch Brothers says, that's what I was trying to tell my friends, but they didn't understand how Khabib's set that up. Yeah, that wrestling, we went on a roller coaster as a big arcade. Awesome. You know, I absolutely love a nice roller coaster. I like a nice arcade. I don't like arcades anymore. I don't like going to the arcades because my video games are better than what they have. Arcades have not developed at all. Of course, I mean, I know, I back in the day, yes, I do smell a Bengay because I'm telling the story. But back in the day, you go to the arcade and you got something special. You got to play something. Why would I go to an arcade and play Virtual Fighter or whatever was in the out in the arcade 10 years ago or 20 years ago? It's crazy. Who owns these arcades? And Ed 20, that's your first strike. JMMA says, if Wonderboy beats Burns, he's getting the title shot. I really think Wonderboy can win. He's the only guy outside of Colby I see beating at 170. I just before you came in here, JMMA, I was saying I want to see that fight more than the Colby Covington fight. I'm more interested in seeing Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who I absolutely respect. I love the fact that that guy is so honorable. If he beats Usman, I would be a fan. I'll be a fan if he loses. I think Wonderboy Thompson is, I like that. I don't want everybody to be Wonderboy Thompson, but I'm glad there is a Wonderboy Thompson. Coach Brendan Schaub, heavy hands. I like arcades. 5 seconds later, I don't like. No. So I was saying, I am very fond. I have fond memories, I should say, of arcades. I spent time in arcades, ball pits, and all sorts of stuff as a kid. A lot. I used to love doing that with my friends. But, they haven't developed. And it's maddening. No, they had Xbox to play and a PS5 to play at the arcade. There you go. That's smart. You're going to own an arcade, give people the latest and greatest. Get that virtual. Yeah, get a couple virtual headsets in there. Just do it up. Even though Dana seems hell-bent on Usman Colby too, if Wonderboy finishes Burns, he won't deny him the title shot before Colby. No, he won't. Coach is really bending Schaub with a do-rag on. How do you know I have my do-rag on? How did you know I have my do-rag on? For real. How did you know I was wearing it? What color is my do-rag? Ed, if he finishes Burns, I can see him jumping ahead of Colby for sure. If Colby Covington hasn't fought in this long, listen, rear naked, back anybody. If Colby Covington chooses to sit out after only having beaten Tyrone Woodley after losing the title shot, after losing his title shot, he only has beaten Tyrone Woodley and sits out, and then you watch Stephen Wonderboy Thompson fight Neal, fight Luque, and then starch Burns, he better get the title shot next. He has to. I mean, you can't incentivize a guy like Colby Covington to behave that way. Because that will tell every other fighter, look, you want your fight, just sit out, it works. You get enough notoriety, sit out, it's going to work. They should never give Colby Covington that fight. He should feel the pressure of that consequence. And that's, it seems like Dana deals with guys like Francis Ngannou that way. John Jones, he deals with them that way. But Colby Covington, for whatever reason, is being catered to. Is Colby Covington a bigger draw than Francis Ngannou and John Jones? I don't know. You guys tell me. Rainbow Six. We would have played Rainbow Six Siege. We would have played that this week. But I have in-laws in. And so it's going to be coming up. Rainbow Six Siege will be happening. In fact, I'll edit the schedule because I promise you it was going to happen this week. The shooting game that we play on Sunday after the in-laws leave will be Rainbow Six Siege. I'm going to change the schedule. This Sunday, Rainbow Six Siege will be coming up. At your request, we got requests for Soul Calibur. It's in there. We got requests for Fortnite. We played it last week. We got requests for Apex. We got that done. And now we're going to get it done with Rainbow Six Siege. I don't follow through with everything I say I'm going to do, but I try to do the best I can with what I can. We're going to get games that you want to see in your face and down that throat. So here we go. Always Blah says spaghetti. Eating spaghetti. Trill says, fun fact. Connor and Wonderboy have been on the same card 3 times and neither have lost. What? Tony Trill, how are you getting these facts? Tony Trill, you have to be here for every stream. By the way, where is Brian Redband? It's been a long time since we've seen our boy Brian Redband. Tony Trill, you have a Brian Redband type of feel to you. Rear Naked MMA says, realistically, who can Colby fight on his comeback if not Usman? He's not taking the Edwards fight, I don't think, and Masvidal fight won't materialize. It's a sticky situation, yes. I don't envy the decision makers at all. I do not envy them. That's a tough situation, but if I'm putting my foot down and saying if Stephen Wonderboy Thompson starches his next competition, it's got to be a wrap. Ed20 says, I'd normally agree, Naked. It's naked with a T, Ed20. But the way UFC was booking Wonderboy after he lost to T-Wood, they were using him as a stepping stone. They wanted him to lose to Luque Neal. Yeah, they did. He was a gatekeeper. They put him in gatekeeper, that's for sure. Rear Naked said I think because of his skill set. Okay. Yeah, for sure, Ed. Coach, we need to play a way out. What does play a way out? What does that mean? What does play a way out mean? Is that a game? Is a way out a game that you're talking about? And yes, I'm booming right now. Is a way out a game? JMA. Play Rainbow Six with you, Coach. 6th game. Yes, we have a date. Rear Naked. We have a date. You are on my team, Rainbow Six Siege, Rear Naked. Anybody else that wants to get in on Rainbow Six Siege, we're going to do that this Sunday. Rainbow Six Siege. Blup, 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 blup. So Rear Naked says, yeah, if he loses, that could be a shout for Kobe. Shot. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Rainbow Six Siege. Wonderboy hasn't gotten a finish in a minute. If he starches Burns, you got to question his chin, do you not? Yes, you would. A Way Out is a prison break game. Really fun. Okay. I'm writing it down. I take that seriously. A Way Out. If it's fun, I want to try it. A Way Out. I want to check it out before I commit, JMMA. I want to check it out, and I will Absolutely. I just want to try different stuff. I have so much fun trying new games. I don't know why I was so closed-minded. Yeah, realistically, I expect a Wonder Boy decision, yes. I think it's a Wonder Boy. It could be a Wonder Boy decision. And by the way, JMMA finally announces that his interview with Dewey Cooper, Francis Ngannou's coach, is going to be posted to Mari. Hold on one second. We got somebody at the door, folks. Give me 1 second. I have a far walk to my door. Sorry, I was asked to get up for no reason.
Did you see my message?
No, I didn't.
They bought the second house.
The
When me and Mom went through.
Oh, they did. Wow. So if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago, we went house hunting. And we had friends that were looking for very nice homes. They made their decision. They're moving to AZ in a very nice mountain top. We can call it a mansion, can't we? I think we would call that a mansion. That's a nice big house.
That house we saw, I just saw was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
But you were going to kill yourself to get it.
Okay.
It was dangerous.
Okay. My wife went house hunting, a little bit more house hunting, which is officially over because the house has been purchased. Shout out to all 4 people who stuck with me through this. We're going to get a ranked fight in here. Tony Trill says, if Izzy destroys Whitaker, what's left at middleweight feels like Wait, hold on. If Izzy destroys Whitaker, what's left at middleweight feels like thanks getting last stone. He should return to light heavyweight and either rematch Jan for the champ or Yuri when he's champ. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we've seen. I don't think we've seen Izzy his last attempt at 205. I believe him when he says he'll return to 205. Izzy will come back. And he came close. I think if he did make some adjustments, I don't think it's a weight issue. Yeah, in fact, it was. I mean, there was a strength differential. He needs to be able to keep a bigger man from taking him down, but also figure out how to make contact and get out of there. It looked like he was like walking into the grapple. JMA says JMA says the do-wag breeds confidence. Yeah, breeds confidence. Yes. Tony Trill says I meant Thanos. Okay. I got you. You're 100% right with the Thanos reference. JMA's laughing. Yeah. Oh, JMA says he looks so nervous. Yeah, I bet. You're not used to interviewing guys of that caliber. I would be nervous. Everybody would be nervous, man. That would be nerve-wracking for sure. Shout out to taking a step and doing your thing. Rear Naked MMA says, yeah, that is a genuine problem with middleweight at the moment. Adesanya has comfortably beaten everybody. Without question. If this is going to 205, he's got to change the weight. Yeah, he can't trying to show up under 205 or showing up at 193. Was he at 193 or 198? Something like it was crazy. Oh, maybe he said he was going to come in at 193 and he came in at 20 something. Maybe that's what it was. But it was crazy how small of a man he was, because Jan that night was probably a 240-pound man. That's just insane, or 235, at the lightest. Let's be real. Isabel fans don't want Izzy at 205. He'll be exposed. I don't think it's a matter of exposed. Izzy was 198. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so that's insane, guys. Come on, give credit where it's due. Is he fighting at a man that's the 205-pound champion, went 5 rounds and won 2 of them? And came in weighing at 1. Oh, it's crazy. No, Coach. Jan was 225 in the cage. How do you know that? How do we know? I think it was literally just weight, and I don't get why he thinks he needs to be light. He's already faster off the rip at 205. Yeah. He doesn't need to be light. He needs to be, I agree with that assessment. Although I thought, honestly, I hate to admit it, I really thought that there was a good chance that he won that fight. I just felt that Izzy's skill set was so deep. He was so special. His defense is so next level. And Jan just looks like, I'm sorry, hold on. Let me close the door, guys, in case you're hearing that noise in the background. Thank you. So, to be honest, Jan and Izzy's speed wasn't all that. To be honest, Jan said Izzy's speed wasn't all that. Relies on his speed. Jan said it in Ariel's interview after the fight. Wow. Tony Troll says, I think it's literally just weight. And okay, yeah, I got that. So, are we going to get a fight in? My goodness, folks. Dennis Poor says the Rocky Mountains are very nice. They are beautiful, Dennis Poor. As you clearly know, you're a man of good taste. You understand which mountains are what. Cartel Bay. Please do not troll me with that Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat needs to beat somebody legit. Not legit, but I want to see him fight somebody that's, I want to see him step up in competition because he looks special. He does look special. There's no denying that. Khamzat looks special. Anybody who says otherwise, you're hating. But we can't go to you're not going to say he's going to beat what could be the greatest fighter since Anderson, since John Jones, for sure. It's hard to say that. It's not a troll. He's being dead serious. He's not a troll. He's being dead serious. Okay, I respect your pick. I respectfully disagree, though. I respect your pick, but with all due respect, of course, I gotta disagree with that. Khamzat Chimaev. Jeez. At 20. Oh, my God. Chimaev needs a ranked middleweight win. Ducking Rockhold. Izzy beats him like a piñata. My God, Ed. If you want me to remove that, I can delete this part of the stream. I would never want a man to have seen that I said that. Oh, my God, Ed. Ed goes so hard on these guys. You and Huddy go hard in the paint. I hope you both train. Here we go, getting a fight against Mr. Rage Face. This is ranked. This is intense. This feels intense to me. It shouldn't, but it feels intense. First ranked fight in a long time, folks.
Are you ready?
I'm Division 17 still. Ed is just a hater, but again, in the face of his country, got wobbled by a journeyman at the end of his career. Khamzat definitely needs to beat at least 2 or 3 top-ranked guys we're even thinking about, Izzy. Yeah, he's going to have to beat, I want to see like a Darren Till. If you're going to one fight him to the title, Khamzat versus Darren Till. You know, that type of win, I mean... Angel Chacon! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to your team. Angel Chacon joins us, the most announceable username to date. Angel Chacon, please understand that I've still been announcing your name. I know it has to have gotten weird and creepy and old to you, hearing this every time you come in here. But my wife has been cursed by your username as well. It's not as frequent as when I had to leave here for the hotel, but it is there still. I will come back to this soon, and Coach will tell me I was right about Khamzat. If you are right, Cartel Bay, if you are right about Khamzat, and you could be, I'm not saying I know the future. Khamzat could be that guy who is so special. He could be the next, golden goose. I just don't think he doesn't have that Izzy skill set yet. Maybe he develops. Mr. Rage Face holding on tight. Ed 20 says, was the missus out with Dennis, coach? She better not be. Where is Dennis? Dennis, what state are you in right now? Dennis? If there's no response from Dennis, I'm checking my wife's cell phone. Khamzat will get dropped like a stone by Dana when he loses. I don't think so. They have big hopes for Khamzat. Khamzat is big money. He is, filling the shoes of Khabib money. I don't know if he's messed that opportunity up with the fallout of Ali Dalabziz and Khabib. Khabib. No. it's Khabib. He was to fight. It was not. I back it. It's good. I back. It's normal. It's normal. No, it's normal. Here we go. It's a ranked fight featuring Cody Garbrandt. Mr. Rageface is getting smothered. I'm trying to wear Cody Garbrandt down because we all know his hands are the way out of this thing. Tony Trill says Khamzat wants to fight at 170, 185, and 205. Hey, that confidence, Tony Trill, is admirable. Anybody that's great at something has that drive. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at Kobe Bryant. Look at LeBron James. Look at Chris Paul. Shout out to Chris Paul, by the way, who made his first CP3 making his first NBA Finals is really impressive, which I don't even follow very closely, but when I did kind of peek in on it, I was aware, you know, a long time ago when he joined the league, he was something special, and he finally got there. It's a pretty big accomplishment. But, you know, Khamzat bringing back fighting. Oh, hold on, I got to read that. Khamzat wants to fight. Jorge is the face of my state. I was bred in, no pun excited. He's going always be my favorite. Yeah, you. But HUD, before that fight, before the Usman fight, be honest. Did you really think? Were you 100% certain that Masvidal was going to win that fight, or did you have some doubt? I mean, you saw him lose already. Did you have some doubt? Tony Trill says, Cartel, I'm from Florida too. I think best move for him is Leon, but I can't see the rest of that comment. For some reason, Tony Trill cut that out. Leon is not Jorge, just clarifying. Yeah, definitely not. I'm not 100% certain in AFA, but Cartel, not 100%. But did you strongly believe, or did you feel the uncertainty of just how great Usman is? Because, you know, betting against Usman at this point, it's starting to get into that betting against GSP kind of territory. If Usman clears out Covington, especially if he does it decisively, you know, although he did finish Covington, if there's no controversy, it's a clear, you know, finish, boy, he's going to get that aura, that purple aura of invincibility will grow. And he already has it a little bit. He has a hue. It's violet. And it's small. He's starting to get it, though. You can hear it. And that aura is special. That sells tickets. I was confident in Jorge, yes. The only thing I was scared of was Usman winning in a boring fashion. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I did not anticipate. Never would have bet on that happening. On Usman getting such a beautiful knockout, you know, outstriking a guy like Jorge with his hands. It's just amazing. And if anybody heard Jorge's interview with, I think it was Ariel Helwani after the fight, it was actually it was a compelling interview. I mean, he was humble about his loss. I'm not a big Jorge fan, but I don't know why I watched it again. Dennis Poor says, eating fruit snacks. Yeah, welcome back, Dennis Poor. Dennis Poor, what state are you in right now? Well, Jorge looked way too big in there. I think he was bulking up to try and combat the clinch fighting and wrestling. I don't know if he looked bigger. He looked like he was in way better condition, though. He looked like he was in better shape. Okay, Dennis Poor is in Florida, so he was not with my wife. Thank goodness. Somebody in here, Dennis Poor, told me that you might have been out with my wife. And you know I would have been in a rage. Coach, I'm a level with you. I was 100% Jorge was going to beat Usman the first time. I was going to bet 200. He was on a 3-fight win streak against top 10 welterweights till number 3 Askren, number 5, and number 7 Nate. He forced stoppage in all 3. Yes. So the first fight, I understand where you're coming from. Tony Trill. No. So the first fight, I understand where you're coming from. There was a reason to think that that's what was so awesome about that fight. It was like, dude, who knows? I still said that Usman was going to win, but it's like, I didn't know for sure. I mean, that was such an intriguing fight. It was such a cool matchup. Like, for the replacement fight to be way better than what was originally booked, it was just like, dang, dude, I was with it. So no, I don't blame you, Tony Trill, for, going 100% Jorge, because who knows? That guy looked like he was unstoppable for a second. But the second fight, yeah, that was a little harder to justify. Look at that head movement. Fruit snakes are great, Coach. What does that mean? Fruit snakes? What does that mean? What kind of snake is a fruit snake? Why do you like, is it a snake in Florida? Plus, oh god, this guy is just beating my guard down. I gotta stop running. Oh my goodness. Woo! Mr. Rageface turning up the heat. Cartel Bay, did you just change your profile pic to Jorge Masvidal? Just... What is a fruit snake, Dennis Pork? Can you please describe it? Snakes are phallic symbol, Coach. He's taunting you. I hope that's not what you're doing, Dennis Pork. My only problem with Usman is him copying Conor's cringe. Fake personality. Yeah, dude, the Conor video, I don't know if it was you, Cartel Bay, that told me to watch it. Somebody in the stream told me to watch it, and it was creepy. It was weird, but here's what happened, is Usman was getting criticized for being boring and not being engaging and not being a draw, and you can tell the guy, he's actually a smart, apparently book smart kind of guy, and he tried to study Conor McGregor, and he clearly spent too much time absorbing Conor McGregor promotional material. Woo! It's a wrap! But Cartel Bay, I copy people. I copied when I was a kid, and even a young adult. I copied, like, there were adults that I knew, even in my 20s, when I was an adult. There are people I mimicked, or things I saw that I thought were cool. Things that, JMMA, for example. Everybody does this. I'm going to point out a good example. JMMA, I saw a tweet of JMMA. I liked it, but I think Prioxy does this, like, kind of squeal noise. And then I saw something, I think it was for the tournament. JMMA did the same thing. It was like, okay, so this is people see each other and get influence. It's just part of the deal. It is a problem when it happens too much. Fruit snacks, Coach. Red, right? Oh, I do like fruit snacks. I do like a fruit snack. I didn't know you were talking about fruit snacks. I would rather not eat fruit snakes, but I would take for whatever reason, I never like brand name types of fruit snacks. I just like the boring, generic ones that you just pop in. They're the shape of a raspberry. Boom, boom, get it going. But yeah, fruit snakes are okay. Tony Trill says, Conor paved the road for all these mouthy fools. Yes. Yes, he did. He actually did pave the road for these mouthy fools. But I can tell you, as an old man, I'm sitting here talking to you guys like I'm supposed to be playing the game, like obsessed with talking to you. But watching Conor, and you guys might roll your eyes, so I've said this before, but watching Conor's rise was the most fun. It was more fun watching Conor become popular than Anderson Silva. It was as fun watching Anderson Silva on his streak. It was just phenomenal. Like when he wasn't anything, the Blueberries interview, I was watching Ariel Helwani's show when he was a nobody. He came on and I was working out watching this. He made me take a long time working out. I will never forget, I was doing pull-ups and Conor McGregor came up on the screen, and I was like, in between taking too long in my sets because I kept listening to this guy eating blueberries, laughing like a madman. Broke. It was awesome. And then he wins. And then the suits come. And then he can talk. And then he's getting money. And then it's Chad Mendes. And then it was crazy. The rise of Conor McGregor was just so crazy. Cartel Bay says, Coach, tell us interview story. I love it, though. I love it. I absolutely love it. It was crazy. Coach definitely skips leg day. No, I don't. No, I don't. I do not. I hit squats. Sorry, Coach. Conor Rise was a movie. It was like a movie. And I'm sorry, Cartel Bay. I have to. It left an impression on me. That's why I tell that story so much. It left an impression on me. Cartel Bay says, use Dustin Poirier. I suck with Dustin Poirier, first and foremost, and he's not in the flyweight division or bantamweight division. That's what's going on right now. That's what's popping. But if you want to see Dustin Poirier after this fight, I'd be more than happy to do just that. MK11, Dennis Poor says he wants Tekken 7 and MK11. You will get that next week. We will get into it. We're streaming on Sunday. Cartel Bay says flyweights. Why do you throw up at the flyweights, man? What's going on? Put my arm around your shoulder. Tell me what's going on, man. Grab a meal. Grab a plate. Why are you throwing up? Dennis Wilding in this piece. Yes, Dennis Poor be Wilding, but it is all good. He wants what he wants, and he gonna wow. Dennis gonna wow. Weak competition. Squats for thoughts, Coachy. Got to do leg press if you want to impress. Yeah, be careful doing your leg press. Be careful with leg presses. Nightbot, welcome to the street. Welcome to the team. Nightbot pointing out that we've got 6 viewers. Shout out, Nightbot. Yes, 6 viewers. Thanks for letting me know. I like that information. Welcome to the stream. I'm fighting a guy I've never beaten before. Tony Trill, what are you saying you? What are you saying you to? I'm sorry if I missed your words before, Tony Trill. 9 viewers. Shout out. Let me see. Yeah, wow. Shout out to all 9 people in the building. We appreciate you. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification. I want you here chatting it up with me and the boys. Which, by the way, I'm excited for the next season of The Boys. I don't watch much TV, but if anybody's not seen The Boys, watch it. Do I watch Bellator? Tony Trill, I watch Bellator when there's a big fight. So if Ryan Bader's fighting Fedor, I'm going to be all about this Fedor fight coming up. You know, any of the greats that come back in. Who else am I going to watch in Bellator? Blah, 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 blah. You know, Douglas Lima, the Lima brothers, I was about that life. I still am, even after the loss. Yeah, Michael Benham Page. Like, there's just certain guys. I'm not going to just, if I don't know anybody on a Bellator card, it's rare that I'm going to just pop in. I mean, it's got to be in my face. Someone's got to put it in my face. I got to see somebody tell me, hey, Bellator's on, and then I'll go watch it. That's the same. Tony Cho says same. I handpick fight ranked only. What do you mean? Are you talking about Bellator? You handpick who you only watch ranked fighters? Is that what you're saying in Bellator? Coach, did I wash at 20? That's your second strike. That's your second strike. If anybody sees Ed 20's last post, that's what's going to get him banned. You can spam the chat. You can do whatever you want, but Ed 20's filthy mind is going to get him separated from the rest of us. Filthy. Just filthy. Oh, God. This guy is great at blocking the guard here. Bellator, I only watch ranked. Yeah, me too. I mean, yes or no, Coach? Of course. I always wash my hands. But I don't own any tools called Jenna. I don't have a tool that's named Jenna. So all your tools need to stay clean, by the way, yes. But I do not have a tool named Jenna. So to answer your question, Ed 20. Got 8 viewers in the building, Nightbot. I hope you're... Nightbot, hit that subscribe. Make sure you pop in here and tell me how many viewers I have on the regular. If that's your role, that's what you need to do. If that's what your job is, that's what you need to do, Nightbot. And I expect you to do it well, sir. Thank you, Nightbot. So here we go. Bellator is life. Rear Naked says Bellator is life. So, Rear Naked, are you watching all of the... are you watching all 10 likes? Shout out to 10 likes. Thank you, Ed20. I appreciate that. We are at 10 likes. That is awesome. Shout out my guy. I like this Nightbot. But Rear Naked, are you watching every single Bellator event? Coach definitely got 4 baby moms. Coach Hefner, no, I do not. No children. There will be none. That baby not mine, dog. Dennis Poor says, hello, nice Nightbot. Dennis Poor, of course, a fan of Nightbot. Uh-oh. This is going to be a hard fight. I don't know who won the last fight, but this is going to be crazy. Fight cards. This fight card is nice to see. Happy to see. Who's back? I like MVP. Sergio Pettis, Magomedov. Coach, thank you. Your stream. Thank God your stream exists. Why do you say thank God my stream exists? Why do you say that? And I'm sorry if I'm missing some comments, guys. I'm like, this guy is very good. Coach streams when he lays in praise is like Nike. Hey, at 20, this is my skill set. You've seen the development. I tried to strike. If anybody wants to see a time where I used to get knocked out all the time, please watch my earlier streams. I mean, I still lose all the time, but I try to make these guys, you know, I don't have the pressure. I don't do that in any game. It's just a good time. Thank you all about your blah blah. That really does mean a lot. The fact that you say you have a good time, I really do appreciate that. That's what I like. I have a good time. I said in our Twitter chat, there is a Twitter chat, that I've been fiending more for the chat, more to hang out, talk about games, talk about fights, but also just to play a dang game, play some UFC, play some something. And I'm so glad to have this day. Because Marshall would be drowning. Mushrooms and a can of bourbon if Coach wasn't streaming. Hey, shout out to Happy Canada Day, Coach. Yes, Happy Canada Day to you. How would you know, Dennis Flora, that it is? And what is the relevance? And how do you know that? And I need to verify that's what it is. At 20, thanks. Honestly, that's honestly every other Saturday. Google it. Come on, Dennis Four. Why can't I rely on you? You're going to tell me about a holiday and then not inform me why we need to be celebrating. Tony Trill says, what's a Twitter chat? I didn't know. I think you should be in there, Tony Trill. Hit me up on Twitter. DM me for a reminder, and I will get you in there. Or somebody can get you in there, Tony Trill. You need to be in there. You contribute wonderful thoughts, and you are a strong individual with a good personality and a strong, good heart. You're a beautiful person, and the world should love you. There, I said it. I think I lost that round, guys. Shout out for the 11 likes in the building. I appreciate you guys oh so much. If you hadn't had a chance to hit that subscribe, notification, all that stuff. Rear Naked says, yep, every single card. They're not on every week, so UFC I watch all the time. So that's true. They're not on often. But why? I mean, do you find that do you find UFC cards are generally more entertaining than Bellator cards, or do you think the Bellator cards are consistently entertaining? Coach, if you don't give me your prediction, what prediction? I'm sorry, Cartel Bay, what was the prediction? I want to give it. What prediction? Rear Naked, what do you think of my opinion? We're living through the golden age of MMA. Right now, no, we're living through the golden age of MMA. How could you say this was a more golden age when we had... I know you're asking Rear Naked, and I want to hear Rear Naked's opinion too, because Rear Naked studies this stuff. He's going to probably be... no, Cartel Bay, no. You're trying to violate me right now. Cartel Bay, I thought you were innocent. Cartel Bay, you're trying to violate me publicly. Cartel. Oh no, Cartel, no. I'm trying to do Michael J. No. Oh, I can't do Michael Jackson. I can do Anderson Silva a little bit, but not Michael J. Dennis Poor says his brother lives in Canada. Where in Canada does your brother live? Dennis Poor. And shout out to your brother. Brother Poor. 10 viewers, thank you, Nightbot. Mission failed, we got to get him next time. Yes, do not do that, Cartel Bay. It's a violation. Coach, when I mean the golden age, I mean the best and most fondly remembered period of MMA. But I got to remember, you got to remember, there was a time when we had, you know, of course, Conor McGregor. We had John Jones in his prime. We had, you know, Cain Velasquez. Brock Lesnar was fighting. You know, you had there. I feel like this is a dip, but it's like it shows you how strong the sport has come. Like, we're in a really, it's still very entertaining. I mean, Ronda Rousey was popping. Conor McGregor, that Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor, that era seems to be, there was a hot spot, man. Dominic Cruz, it was crazy. DJ Dillashaw, Uriah Faber was still active. Dude, it was crazy a few years ago. I mean, I'm attached to the 205 time, but man, I gotta say, that Ronda Rousey, John Jones, Conor McGregor, Demetrius Johnson, that era was special. That was crazy. Well, we're on our way to another one. I think we're approaching another crescendo again. We're seeing guys develop. We're seeing new faces that are like becoming great. Francis Ngannou. Lil Lenny Trolls, welcome to the street. Welcome to your tea. I just saw an invite from Lil Lenny Trolls. My gosh, he wants to bring the Lil Lenny is back. Bisping is good on UFC 4. I don't use him. Bisping was great in UFC 3. You can make an argument that Bisping was one of the top 3 best fighters in UFC 3. He was so crazy. I think with the consistent progression and evolution of the sport, we're seeing more technical, well-rounded, athletic fighters. Especially in the last 5 years with the new age promo and hype. That's fair. The athletes have gotten better. That is fair. The athletes have gotten better. There is no... Welcome back, Lil Lenny. I appreciate you popping in here. He wants to get a spar in. He sees the coach back and he wants to get it in with his boy. We can do that. We can do that, Lil Len. I might write an article to reinforce that statement. There's a lot of points to write about. Yes, please. I would love to soak that in. Rear Naked MMA. Will you please let the chat know what your website, the website address, share it with the people. It's at The Rear Naked MMA on Twitter. Drop that website address. You might have to break it up so it's allowed in the stream. Coach, let me spar. If you have time. Yes, of course, I have time. You know what? We'll run UFC tonight. We'll just run a little bit of UFC after this ranked fight. We'll go in there and... Actually, I'll play a little bit of Apex. I want to get a couple games of Apex in. So, and it's on the schedule. So, what we'll do, we'll get one in with Lenny. We'll do one fight with Lenny, get a fight in with Blah Blah, and then we're going to take a break, and I'm going to come back and do a quick session of Apex Legends, just an after show, if you will. Just a little post-fight fun with Apex Legends. And then we'll be back on Sunday, and after Sunday we'll be back house clear, ready to fight. But once again, I've had a great time with my in-laws. I love having them here. Great fun. It's just Can't stream with them in the house via a very small apartment. Coach, it's been an hour and a half, and you still haven't shared your OnlyFans link in the chat. That is Ed20. I'm telling you, you've got the OnlyFans. You've got it, and I'm gonna bust you. I'm hacking. I'm not hacking, but I'm finding out information about you to learn your username on OnlyFans. I'm sure it's not called a username. Sure, it's called a whatever. Oh, but while Rear Naked, let me know if you write that. I'd like to hear your perspective. Yeah, I want to know that too. And Rear Naked, since you boomed the last couple weeks, you owe us a UFC stream where you just spar the regulars. My goodness, I would absolutely. I don't think you understand. You could, Ed, if you asked me to spar just like Lil Lenny did right there, and Blah Blah just did, I would spar you. That's why I don't feel like the guys that are big, like real big streamers, they have to allocate time to fight people on the stream, or else, yeah, that's all they would do, because everybody wants to fight Prioxy, everybody wants to fight Crooks, everybody wants to fight, big streamers. But I'm not a big streamer. I'm a guy sitting here playing a game. I'm just some chode sitting here. Hey, I'm just some chode sitting here playing games, nah. Ed's always ducking. Ed is always ducking. I'm going to read that one more time. Ed. Young precious Edward. Edward. Young Edward. Always ducks. Why? We'll never know. This is the 5th round of a fight that, once again, I don't remember most of. Woo! Dennis Poor smiles. Coach, let me get on mic. Of course you can get on mic. Make sure you have your settings. Make sure you have your settings set all about your blah, blah, blah. Make sure you have your settings set to allow your voice in the stream. You will become canon. You will become canon. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here, guys. This guy is... I hope he's not... I've never beaten this guy, but we're only 1-0. It's weird seeing a fight in person instead of on the screen. What do you mean? You mean when you watch fights in real life? Is that what you're talking about, that it's weird? Because it is. A real life fight, it feels weird. When you're not... The very first UFC fight, I saw some prelim of 2 guys. It was weird. It was bizarre because it was just like an empty stadium. And yeah, it is totally weird, Cartel Bay. It is a strange experience. And that's part of the fun. It's like, whoa, these guys, it's very, very serious. It is just very serious when you're there live. Coach, does everyone allocate a name for the... Oh my God, Ed20. Hey, Mrs. Heavy Hands, can you call Google and have him banned? Yes, Ed20. I gave him 3 warnings already. Call Google, call Eric Schmidt, and tell him to hit the red button. There's a red button next to his desk, and it will literally launch Ed20 out of his couch and into the sky like a cartoon. No, I'm muted. He can't hear this. And then also call the cops on him and say that... Just lie on him. Say that you felt scared. Coach, have you spoken on the Joe Schilling situation? Oh, thank you. As if I haven't talked your guys' ears off enough about it. About everything else. It's this Joel Schilling thing is crazy. It is absolutely insane. When I saw it, I was literally disgusted. I was absolutely disgusted watching Joe Schilling. If anybody hasn't seen, there's a video of Joe Schilling, who is a well-known, not the most winning MMA fighter, but a well-known kickboxer and an MMA fighter, walk past the guy that was drunk, acting like an idiot, and hit him as if he was another fighter. Punched him twice. I mean, he could have killed the guy. And then claimed it was self-defense when it was clearly not self-defense. It was crazy. Oh, I lost this fight. That's so crazy. That is a frustrating fight. I don't even remember what happened. How did I lose? Oh, my goodness. That is a hard loss. But I'm not that upset. I mean, I feel rusty. I feel like I have not been playing. TJ Dillashaw. What? Okay, I won that round. He won that one. Oh, my goodness. So he was just steamrolling me. I didn't realize it. Jeez Louise. Pro fighters should never hit someone who's not, in most cases. Yeah, it's crazy. No, I've never seen the Northern Lights, Dennis Poor. I've never seen them. I would love to, though. I'm fascinated by that type of stuff. Have you seen them, Dennis Poor? In Canada. So our next fight, we're going to do 2 more fights on the stream. We're going to have Lil Lenny get it in. We're going to join the team, join the stream. Stream regular Lil Lenny, of course, in the building, doing his thing, and making my wildest dreams come true. As you can see, the last time, we're rivals. Last time we fought, Lil Lenny won. I think he beat me by decision, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get in our practice gear. I have practice gear, regular fight gear, yes. Dennis Poor says, only in your dreams. What only in your dreams? Pro fighters should never hit somebody who's never... Yeah. It was truly... It was a beautiful combo from him, though. No, it wasn't. It was a simple hook. It's normal. It's normal. It's normal. It was really crazy. He should go to jail for that. I think Joe Schilling should do time for hitting a man like that. It's just crazy. Worst argument for self-defense I've ever seen, to be honest. Yeah, I've never seen anybody... Usually professional fighters are confident enough in themselves that they don't... you don't see a lot of that happening. It's rare. You see guys like Mike Perry. No, I didn't. I did not see your allocate comment. I did not. What was... Oh, I did, because you were talking about tools named Jenna. I did see that. Because it ended with something about my tools. And at 20, I'm not going for it. I agree, he should be locked up. It was cringe to watch. Yeah, I'm not here for that, guys. I like fights. I like watching people fight. I like street fights when people are both upset with each other and they both know they're getting into a fight. I like watching boxing. I like sometimes watching jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu. Well, you know what I'm not here to watch is assault, like criminal. Some busboy, it turned out. Who is a jerk? Who is acting like a jerk, granted. Some busboy getting knocked out by a guy that has been fighting since I've been watching MMA. That's insane. About the names and naming them. I did not see that. Ed 20, will you please repaste that comment for an old man? I missed it. I'm not ignoring you. Just seems insecure. Act hard against a civilian because you aren't above actual fighters. Right. You never, that's a great point too. And I'm not being a jerk to Mike Perry, but he was on a losing streak, or maybe he had won a fight, I don't know. But you never see top tier guys doing this type of stuff. It really is gross. If you understand what it's like, this guy's been training to punch things full time at some points in his life, I'm sure. There is no excuse for him to strike a person that does not fight. I mean, it's like hitting a child. It really is. When you're a fighter that skilled, you're a professional fighter, that's akin to, that's why you don't strike children. Because they don't have the power to defend themselves. It's not just to be nice to kids. They can't fight back. They don't have the knowledge. They don't have the physical ability. That guy doesn't have the physical ability or knowledge. Dennis Poor, good night, my guy. I appreciate you being here. You stay safe, stay kind. You make the stream very interesting, and I appreciate you being here, my man. Stay safe. That's what the Korean Zombie said, Ortega and Jay Park. Yes. Yes, all about your blah blah blah. I didn't know the Korean Zombie said that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Renega says he's clearly got a screw or two loose in his head. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just imagine if Francis did something like that. He would literally kill someone. Yeah, you would think, you know, you would think the same thing would happen, but you would think that guy should have been killed with as skilled as, you know, Joe Schilling is, but maybe he didn't lay into him. You think he would have some significant damage from that. Joe getting punched in the head like that, you guys. That's rough. That's like, I mean, it's crazy. No one's being racist around Francis, bro. Yeah, everybody's watching their mouth around Francis. I mean, it's just crazy. It really is crazy when you think about how dangerous it was for that guy. I mean, Joe Schilling could be up on murder charges right now. He really could. Derek W. Okay, so we're going up against Lil Lenny Trolls, who's bringing the noise, bringing the funk. I gotta get my gear right. Bro, if I saw Francis, I'm walking on the opposite side of the sidewalk. I ain't risking it. What do you mean you're walking on the side of the sidewalk? I would ask him what he does for a living. If I didn't know if some guy walking down the street looked like Francis Ngannou, like, and he just walked by, why would you cross? I would be like, dude, are you some sort of athlete? I would 100% ask a guy, like, what is, I mean, if you saw a superhero walking down the street, you wouldn't be like, what the hell? Like, dude, what's going on? What do you do for a living? I would strike up a conversation. All About Your Ball says Francis Ngannou's the most obvious pro athlete in all time. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm asking that guy a question. What do you mean you're crossing? That's crazy. You see a guy looking like a Marvel superhero, you're gonna be like walking across the street like, no, dude, what's going on over here? What's the why are you throwing cars around in your spare time? Why are you get this big? And by the way, you guys, look it up online. A few years ago, Francis Ngannou was not this big. Like, it's weird. That's like looking at Cyborg and walking down the street. Yeah, that's crazy. And walking on the other side of the street is what you mean. All about your blah, blah, blah. Man, all about your blah, blah, blah. Inviting. Ed20 says the juice. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the juice because he's clearly not on it now. Woo! Lil Lenny Trolls. Bringing the noise, bringing the funk. What is up? So I see the headlines now. Francis Ngannou assaults YouTuber for harassing him on the sidewalk. Exactly. That's what will happen too. Woo! Wow. No! Oh my goodness. Francis definitely taking something at some point in his life. But if he took something, how do you maintain? That's what I'm worried. If you're cycling, if you're on steroids, how is it possible that he's maintained it all of these years? Never failed a drug test, never gotten in trouble. His physique, he's only gotten in better shape over time. Like, how do you explain it? I think it was literally a case he was primed to become what he was. He just wasn't training. Like, he just never was challenged to become that. Coach would definitely be able to show Francis his Francis impression before getting flatlined. Hey, Francis looked like that straight off the boat. No, look at old pictures of him, I think, before he went to France. There's some picture of him. He's got a lot of hair. He's got, like, tall hair. And it's pretty crazy. He wasn't that big. He was a big guy, of course, but he wasn't like Francis Ngannou. You know, he wasn't who we see today. Not anywhere near it. I think everyone's on steroids, and I think Francis is all natural. Do you think who is the person you believe is on steroids that nobody else thinks is on steroids? Dude's just an athlete. Yeah, dude's just that good. God is good, Dennis Poor says. Welcome back to the stream, Dennis Poor. Dennis Poor pointing out that we need God. We need a gotch. Shout out to you, Dennis Poor. Getting on, little Lenny Trolls is back. Taking his back, he's struggling to survive. Little Lenny Trolls. I love the character's face. Your fighters. That's distracting. That should be. I'm gonna report his character for distracting me during the fight, of course, with his rather hideous opinion or face. Okay, here we go. Little Lenny Trolls making things happen. Shout out to you, my man. You've gotten way better than when I first fought you. Leaps and bounds better. You are very good, Little Lenny Trolls. Shout out to you, my guy. All Much Bubba says, I think mostly everyone is suspicious of all athletes at this point. Dennis Moore says, I am Roman Catholic, coach. That is, I respect that. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Roman Catholic world. Shout out to the Pope and the Vatican. And shout out to that entire world. Shout out to all religions. And all people of no faith. Shout out to you as well. Little Lenny says, do 5 rounds with all about your blah, blah, blah. Designer drugs are real. Good fight, coach. All about your blah, 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 I think, sent me the invite. So we're going to go ahead and join his stream. This will be the final stream. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. That's a TV you guys might be hearing in the background, of course. I've tried to keep that away. So here we go. We back. All about your blah, blah, blah. If I read this comment and it feels disrespect. Designer drugs are real. What are designer drugs, by the way? What are designer drugs? Like, is ecstasy a designer drug? All about blah, blah says, shout out to all religions and all people of no faith. Shout out to them as well. Hey, I'm trying to shout out everybody. If anybody has no faith, shout out to you too. So Little Lenny Troll, or All About Your Blah 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 is going with Leon Edwards. I'm gonna go with Tyron. I'm throwing shade on Izzy. There's definitely something he shouldn't be taking. Really? So you think the breasts is an issue? Skirt. Dennis pulled up to take the misses out for a steak dinner. No, he didn't. Dennis Poor is at a safe distance in Florida, so I know my marriage is safe for now. Lil Lenny says, avenge me! All about your blah, blah, blah. You guys can get me today. Coach coughing is sus, to be honest. Why is it sus? Why is a cough? Excuse me, let me get some. I have something in my throat. Excuse me. Cartel Base says, most of the coach fighter picks on this game are absolutely awful. What's wrong with my fighter picks? Can you just use a Jorge and not get knocked out for my sanity? What? Oh, God. This is going to be a fight. Blah, blah has come to fight. Blah, blah has come to bring the noise and bring some funk. Don't worry. You don't got the You got Rona. You don't have to leave the house. Hey, man, that's some scary business. Don't want that Rona. Don't want to be locked up with the Rona. Flyweight Pantoja. What does that mean, Renee? Can help me. I might have missed your comment. Angel and Demons. What does that mean? Flyweight Pantoja. If I see Chandler or say Hooch one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. You know what? I'm actually going to take that seriously and try some different fighters. Actually, well, I would try Jorge Masvidal. I have not. I don't know if I've been Jorge on stream yet. Understated fighter. Oh, on UFC 4. Okay, yeah. So underrated or understated. Or I have never heard of him before. I had no idea. I have never heard of him. All about your blah blah blah, just doing his thing. Can we just appreciate that T Wood has a dope hairline? He's 39. Yeah, there is little sign. It's not even the hairline. It's the beard. In real life, Tyron Woodley's beard, it glistens like it's weird. It's like he has diamonds in his beard. It was truly amazing how shiny his beard looked. And yes, of course he has got a sharp hairline, but the beard to me is Tyron's. Could you imagine one day he's gonna shave that beard and we're all gonna be like, what? Here we go. Of course. Here we go. Coach only knows top 5 guys as a casual. He told me Wonder Boy has better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu than Damian Maia. I never said that. By the way, I'm sad to see Damian Maia go. I really did. I know he was public enemy number 1 around the Anderson Silva era, but he really is special. When he wins, it's exciting. When Damian Maia does some Damian Maia stuff, it's exciting. But when he doesn't, the fights are just, it's awful. It is truly god-awful to watch. But I'd rather have him around. I hope he doesn't give up. I hope if Dana does cut him, which he seemed like he was about to cut Damian Maia, I hope we see him in Bellator. Let's get one more. Bellator, I can see Damian Maia pulling off a win at 170 in Bellator. There's some interesting fights. I mean, just one more time. Maia, one-trick pony. Yeah, he is. Ryan Hall is also a one-trick pony cartel bay. But he's very interesting. He really is. He's not getting cut. His contract's up, and they won't renew. I thought Dana said that was it for him. I thought Dana said that is getting cut. If they don't renew your contract and he says, I want one more fight, that's getting cut. I respect his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it can't be champ without more in your skill set. Yeah, it's hard. We haven't seen a champion one-trick pony. I can't think of one. A one-trick pony champion, or a guy that was just only dominant in one discipline becoming a champion. Maybe Brock Lesnar. Maybe, yeah. Brock Lesnar was very one-dimensional. He did one thing very well. It was take you down and pummel you. You know, he punched... I always want to say Pat Miletich, but obviously it's not. It's, I forget his name. He landed that one right straight. Yeah, Lesnar, yeah, that's exactly it. Lesnar is probably the next biggest example. Maybe Ronda Rousey? Cartel Base's Brock striking wasn't awful. Maybe it wasn't. It wasn't Ben Askren awful. Cartel Baby. It wasn't Jake Shields awful, but it wasn't very far removed from. It wasn't top tier striking. Let's just say that. Yeah, Shogun was good on the ground though. Shogun was good on the feet, and Shogun has great sweeps. In his prime, he had great sweeps off of his back. He was really good at, when the fight got down to the ground, he was great at getting back up. And Ronda Rousey might have been a good example of it, because she was grabbing women, rolling them over, and breaking their arms. That's all she was doing, dislocating their elbows. That's all she was doing. I mean, that was Coach, you was gone for 4 days. Yeah, I know. Dennis Poor, I've been having guests over, and I live in an apartment. I live in a small apartment right now, and so streaming with, a small person, a little young person in here, and in-laws, it's just not going to be working. I'm not going to be able to wild out like I do, and it just isn't working. But there will be no more. The neighbor moved out, by the way. We lost the noisy neighbor. Is officially out of the apartment. She has been kicked out and has moved. I watched it happen. It was just beautiful to see. You hear that, Coach? You got 4 days until Dennis moves in. No, Dennis Poor, you are not moving in. Dennis Poor never threatened to move into my house at 20. You better stop talking ugly about police officer Poor. Bad boys, Edwards. Bad boys. What you gonna do? Edwards, what you gonna do when they was to forge to come on to you on that one there? Dennis Poor, Ed, getting a warning from Dennis Poor to stop now, folks. Dennis Poor might be showing up at Ed's place. And Dennis Poor seems to like the Bad Boys rendition. Whoop. Coach, dinner. I haven't had dinner yet at 20. I'm probably going to eat something between this stream and maybe get a little Apex in. Quick game of Apex in. Whoop. Touched him on the chin a little bit. Touched him on the chin with Tyron Woodley just a little bit. Whoop. Just kidding. We love Coach Wone. What does that mean? Coach Roan. Coach Aroni. Beautiful eating tofu and bologna. Nice. Oh, that was a nice rhyme. That was a nice rhyme. Ed 20, that was a nice little rhyme. I see you out here. I see. Okay, Ed 20. I might go to the UK and put you in jail, Ed. Dude, Ed 20, you just heard. Whichever police department Dennis Poor works for, his jurisdiction extends overseas into the UK. From Florida to the UK, you will end up in the clink. Oh my God. I was trying to read something, and this guy had the audacity to punch me while I was reading. Gotta go to that body a little bit more. Want to work. Make sure blah blah knows that body is there. Oh! It's a wrap. Woo. It's a wrap. Respectful. Very respectful of regular stream regular. All about you, blah, blah. We're not going to get too hype on that. We want to see that replay one more time because I don't know if he caught air. No, he didn't. It just looked like he went into the air. But that was a nice... Dang. Oh. That was violent. All about your blah says no way. Yeah, that was... Tyron Woodley hits hard. He definitely hits hard. All about your ball says he swayed out of that uppercut. I'm sorry. Yes, this game has awful head movement. Your defensive options, which I am a defensively oriented gamer. When I play anything, it's fighting. I'm usually looking for defense. That's what I do. Good game to you, all about your blah blah blah. I appreciate your willingness to fight. I am going to call that a stream. We're going to come back, though. We are going to come back with a little bit of Apex Legends, guys. As promised, Apex Legends, a little bit of late night fun for you in your buns. We're going to come back. Give me a little bit of break. 10, 15 minutes. 15 minutes maybe, and we'll be back. A little bit of Apex Legend Cartel Bay. If you want to make it in, please join me. We'll just do a couple. It'll be a short stream. I just want to get back in, get some gaming in here. All Bunch of Ball says he disputes the outcome. But good game to you too, sir. I would love to come back. We'll give you a comeback fight the very next time we get on here. All Bunch of blah blah blah. That was a good fight. You did a very great job, and I understand where you're coming from. Ed 20 says 15 minutes means 59 minutes. Don't get disrespectful, Ed.
I was gonna say 45.
My wife just jumped in on your side, Ed. That means you know what's coming up next, cause I know what's coming up next. I'll better catch you on the flip side. Peace. All right.